So once again, this exercise will assist the novice rider and the young horse get smooth rides and good takeoff points to the jumps. There are also areas of the exercise that you will be able to practice doing it on your own. So you will be learning and you will be challenged, but you'll also be building confidence, and that's vital for show jumping. The warm-up routine will provide a great platform for you to train accuracy and adjustability, which is great to do before you jump, but will also go a long way to turning you into a better show jumper. So this is an easy setup, only 6 jumps and a few cavalettis. So you have no excuse not to set this one up. So let's start off with the gymnastic going diagonally across the arena. So you want to try get it as close to the center of the arena as possible. So it's a bounce followed by 1 stride to a vertical and 1 stride to an oxa. And these are the measurements. So it's 3 paces for the bounce, then 7 paces from the last bounce to the oxa, and then 7.5 paces from the vertical to the oxa. Then on the top long side of your arena, you set up this vertical with 3 canter poles. So the measurements for the canter poles are as follows. From the jump to the first canter pole is 3.5 paces. Then from the first canter pole to the middle canter pole is 3 paces, and then from the middle canter pole to the last canter pole is also 3 paces. Then on the bottom long side of your arena, you set up exactly the same little exercise. This time you set up an oxa instead of a vertical. The measurements are exactly the same. It's 3.5 paces from the oxa to the first canter pole, then 3 paces from the first canter pole to the middle canter pole, and another 3 paces from the middle canter pole to the last canter pole. Then between the last cavaletti and the vertical of the gymnastic, you set up this vertical, making sure you can get this ride to and away from it. And finally, you set up an oxa in this little gap right here. And to finish it all off, you add these 2 cavalettis on this side of your arena like so. And that's it, you're all set up and ready to go. Don't forget about the link to a JPEG of the course plan in the description below, so you can build off your phone. So please don't leave out this part of your training because it's really important. It's called the warm-up routine, but it's actually way more than that. It plays a massive part in your training. This is where you learn to see a stride and where you train your young horse to become adjustable. It's also a great way for you to gauge whether you're ready to progress onto more advanced show jumping. If you're consistently getting good takeoff spots over the cavaletti, you'll be doing the same over jumps, which means it should be safe for you to move up a level. However, the opposite is also true. If you're still making a lot of mistakes at the cavaletti, you'll be doing the same over jumps. So if you try doing bigger, more technical exercises, there's a chance you may dent your and your horse's confidence. So be sure to put in the time over the cavaletti. And don't save it only for the days you jump. Do it on your flat work days as well. The more you do, the sooner you'll progress. So as you can see, it's just 2 cavalettis on a circle. You don't have to do them both if you feel a bit rushed. 1 on a circle is plenty good enough. So start off with the canter poles to the jump. The canter poles will help get a nice smooth rhythmical ride to the jump. They'll also help put you on a good takeoff spot. So it's good to build confidence, and because you're consistently getting a nice deep takeoff spot, it will help develop the young horse's jumping technique. The way you ride this is slightly different though. You don't look at the jump to find your takeoff spot, you look at the first pole to find your takeoff spot. So in other words, you try to get the first pole in the middle of your canter stride, the way you do the cavaletti, and the rest will work itself out. So now you move on to the little gymnastic. The first time you do it, make it tiny, small enough so you can literally canter through it. This is particularly important if you're riding a young horse. You don't want to confuse or frighten it. And slowly make it bigger once you're going through it confidently. There's nothing super complicated about it, it's actually quite fun to ride. Once you're doing part 1 and part 2 comfortably, you're good to do the whole exercise. Remember, you don't have to get all this done in one day. Take your time, take as long as you want. Awesome, you made it to the end. So you're the type of person that will really enjoy this channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and I'll keep the videos coming.